Okay, it's December 26th, the day after Christmas. Today I'm going to make little knit beanies that are sewn, so I'm not actually knitting them, with a little pom-pom poof on the top. A reminder of what I do on this channel. It's not a tutorial, it's not a review, it's just me trying things to see if I think they're fun, to see if maybe they're sellable, so that maybe you can watch it and see if it's something that you would like to do without actually having to try it. So on Christmas Eve, I made a knit hat on my fancy little knitting machine with some gorgeous yarn, and it kind of inspired me to make some more hats. And I ended up finding this knit fabric at a local store that was super inexpensive, not really heavy, lightweight, red and white. I thought, hey, great little Santa hats. It just kind of happened. I was in the mood to make hats. They weren't going to be typical bright red and furry, so maybe the teenagers would enjoy them too. Who knows? Festive hats for everybody. I was feeling especially merry, and I made these. So today I thought I would create a similar hat to the style that could be worn as a slouchy beanie, or as a beanie that's more fitted with a folded brim or an edge. Is it a brim if it doesn't actually extend? I don't know. Anyway, a beanie for every day, not just Christmas. Anyway, we did it. I say we because everyone was here, not all the everyones, but a lot of the everyones, from little kids to big kids. My oldest daughter was working on some things for her Etsy shop. You'll see her pop in. My middle daughter was showing her tips and tricks on jewelry making because that's something that she enjoys doing. I had boys over there making Mandalorian masks, so they were getting see-through mesh fabric going through my things. You'll see it all. Anyway, this was a very simple project and very easy to do with everyone around. Again, one of my goals is to be able to do it with everyone around because my kids are here. I'm here. I have 8 of them, and there are different things that I have to stop and do different times of the day, and I don't want to be in the middle of a project that it's really going to take away from if I stop, and I'm going to really mess that up because the kids are ultimately more important than any project that can ever be on the table. Moving on. The first one I cut it in 2 pieces, which meant it had 2 seams up the side. So basically, I was making a long tube, tuck one end into the other, and then you've got a little hat. 2 seams was too much. I wasn't a fan. Second one I cut in 1 piece on the fold. Not quite wide enough. Funny that it took me cutting a few to actually decide to measure my head and then half the measurement and cut that much on either side of the fold. Anyway, did that much better. Serged it right up the back. I serged right sides together at the top so that one end was right sides together. The other one I just serged together after I turned it right side out because you're not going to see that end. It's going to be tucked up in there, so it doesn't matter how it's finished. Both ends are going to go together, and they're going to be gathered around the top, and the poof is going to go on. Nobody's going to see that. Moving on to said poof. I cut a 3-inch square and then just take a running stitch around the outside and pull it all together into a cute little ball. Easy as pie. Makes a great little fuzzy round addition to the top of a hat. Stitched it on. Voila, we have a beanie. Obviously, I can do a pom-pom here if I prefer, or when I run out of fur, because I'm very close to running out of fur. Ultimately, I think that I'm more of a knitted beanie fan, but again, it takes a little bit more attention. The sewn knit idea is quick, easy replacement, especially if you don't knit, if you don't crochet, but you like to sew. For you, it's going to be fun, fast, effective project. Before I plan to try it again, I think I'll play with sizes, so maybe do like a kid size, a small, medium, large, adult sizes. The good thing is if I mess that up, I have lots of heads that I can, fill it with, and it's not really going to go to waste. However, that being said, a normal person should measure first. Cutting later is probably recommended. In short, I think the sewn beanie project was a success. Anyone could do it with a little bit of sewing knowledge. It's probably sellable. It's fun. I didn't get bored right away. I think I could do like 3 or 4 without my little short attention span running out. Nearly not as fun for me as producing a beanie on the knitting machine. So in the end, I'd say I don't think I'll be putting these into a shop tomorrow, but anyone with a tiny little bit of sewing knowledge could for sure. In the meantime, I think I'll go back to my knitting machine.